put this in perspective. And black women, I want you guys to listen to me. Here in the U.S., black Americans are mostly impacted by genital herpes. But it's the black women that take the higher percentage.
Nah. Ain't no way. After all the talk about men, y'all going to these other countries, or y'all messing with all these different women, y'all gonna get some, y'all gonna catch some. Whole time we getting it from y'all. That's crazy. But I'm gonna let her continue. I'm gonna let her finish before we give our full thoughts.
And if I'm being honest, when I first made the Discord back in August, that's who I had in mind. No one looks out for us. No one. We're overlooked all the time. We're like the last to be thought of, if we're even ever thought of. You guys, just educate yourselves. Protect yourselves. Because you guys have to know, as much as we love people and take care of others, everyone doesn't always feel the same way about you, right? Some people will literally put you in harm's way on purpose. So while you be like, I would never do that to someone. Yeah, but always assume that someone else would do it to you. Always assume. And I hate to say that. I hate to say it. But that's true. Majority of the people who have HIV, HSV, got it from someone that they trusted. Someone they trusted. Someone they loved. Someone they cared about. I know it's a huge misconception that you're just out here, No. And we're not going to even talk about the people who've been SA'd. And that's how they got it. So that's why I keep trying to tell me, stop passing judgment. Stop passing judgment. Stop passing judgment. Because you don't know someone else's story. And they just might be this close to breaking. So don't add to that. I just wish you guys understood. I just wish you guys understood how bad the stigma is. But no one's doing anything to help it. Right? Let me put this in.
Okay, so great message by this woman, Love of Ali, Ali, shout out to you if y'all like her. I have her link down below. But let's be real here. Let's keep it 100 here. She's talking about basically how these women are getting it and why black women are the most with it. At the end of the day, if black women have it more than men, that means more than likely they're getting it from the same men, right? They're getting it from the same men, and they're also out here having unprotected sex without knowing people's statuses. That's a big problem. That's a big problem. I feel like if you are going to, if you want to be smart, you need to check their my chart. You feel me? If you want to be smart, you got to check their my chart. But if you want to be reckless and to me, it just seems like common sense for people to be getting checked on the regularly if you're out here single and dating. And, before you lay down with somebody, you should ask them yo, when's the last time you got checked, right? But I feel like a lot of women aren't doing that, right? If black women have the highest percentage, they probably are the least likely to ask somebody about their status, right? And so they're just laying down. They're laying down with these same guys, and a lot of people are wondering over here in the comments. It's why is it not the same black men? But it's two reasons for that. It's someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think women actually contracted easier than men. And like I said earlier, when it comes to most women in general, it's not just even black women, most women are trying to go after the same small percentage of men. So of course, and they say 80% of men single and dating aren't able to, are they're actually trying to be sexually active. They aren't sexually active. They can't get partners, right? They have to go do tug-a-thons in their bedrooms, right? So saying that, it's multiple reasons of why black women are higher population for HSV, HIV, whatever, right? Than black men. But like I said, as far as like the stigma and the awareness, I feel like that is important because people need to know about this stuff. People need to know about this stuff. People need to know the numbers, and people need to know, like, you know, how they can keep themselves safe and how they can protect themselves safe. But, you know, of course, not having unprotected sex, that's one thing. But also, like I said, you need to know their status. You need to know how often that they get checked before just laying down with somebody. And unfortunately, you know, women will play the victim and say, well, they gave it to me, he did this, but you didn't know that guy's status. So at the end of the day, it's like, it's all our responsibilities for our own health. You know, yeah, if somebody gives me something, I can be mad at them, but the only way I can really be mad at them and like feel like it's their fault is if like they lied to me or showed me some fake results, or, you know, just didn't show me results at all. Then I can be somewhat upset about it. But at the end of the day, it's still my responsibility for my health. I got to make sure that I'm laying down with, you know, women who aren't just out here sleeping around, having one night stands, having a bunch of unprotected sex with random people and stuff like that. Like that's on me at the end of the day. Let's see what some of these comments say though. Oh, switch videos. Hold on. We back. Coach Mika says, first off, do you think it's maybe because they only ones getting tested? But you right. Nah, I don't think that at all. I feel like, you know, it's not about like, yeah, of course there are people who aren't getting tested and have these things, but I don't think the numbers would be that high if other races and other people that's not getting tested. But I do think a lot of men are walking around untested, so, you know, probably some validity to that, but I don't think that's gonna sway the numbers but so much, because if you want treatment, your ass gotta go and get tested, right? Like, I guess some people don't care about that. When did women make a decision to sleep with man unprotected, turning to us not protecting you? These are personal decisions that people are making to do these acts. I'm not talking about essay and all that. Like, yeah, I didn't like the fact that she brought in essay. I feel like when you bring in essay to these conversations, you're bringing in such a, like, it's a problem, right? It's a problem, but it's just such a small part of the numbers. And we're all talking about people that are making active decisions to participate unprotected. Yep. The real question is, how did they get it? Why is it not the same for black men? Do they all get it from the same source? They're getting it from the same men, man. They're getting it from each other and the same man. Trusting a man, whether it's a husband, BD, or sneaky link, BF, whoever. No, see, that's the difference. Like, she's group. See, that's the problem, right? A husband, a baby daddy, a sneaky link, and a boyfriend. Those are all different things. Look at the comments blaming the men they giving access to. No accountability. We commented y'all being strong. We commented y'all on commended y'all on being strong and independent and equal. Y'all got this. People ain't getting tested. Accountability is so, you know. Lacking, I know. Go get tested, wrap it up. Women get laid more, so it's obvious that they will have higher numbers, but the main message is right. People should disclose stuff. She didn't tell me. And they said he has HSV 2, and the girl didn't tell him. Yeah, I think that's what it just comes down to. Women are having more sex than men, mostly partly because that's, well, mostly that, well, the reason for women having more sex is because it's easier for them to get access to it, right? Men, we actually got to work on ourselves, develop ourselves, become the guy, have some game, you know, have some money, status, or just look good. You know, we actually have to build ourselves up to be able to have a sex with multiple women. So it does take a lot more for men to do that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this story down in the comments below. Give your boy a like, share, comment, subscribe. And as always, love y'all. I'm out.